and welcome to another video where I, Alice Hannah, author of The Head, Heart, and the Air, talk to you about my characters a little bit more in depth. So today we're going to be talking about this handsome man here, Megesti. Here's a bigger photo for you. Megesti is the cousin of our main character, Alexandria. Alexandria's mother, Victoria, and Megesti's father, Murloc, are siblings. And so he shows up at the very beginning of The Head, the Heart, and the Air, as well as in the prequel book, The Spare Who Became the Heir. He is currently living in the Kingdom of Dayton, and his father and him are the sorcerer and sorcerer's apprentice to the King of Dayton, Emmerich. So the beautiful thing about the sorcerers in the world of Tauren is that they age slower once they hit the age of 18. So Megesti looks like he's around 23, 24, but in reality he's 67 years old, which means he's older than the king and was there the day the king was born. So the way that their aging works is that they age normally until they hit the age of 18, and then it's like dog years. Every 7 human years they age 1 year physically, appearance-wise, for sorcerers. So Megesti is born in March, on the 13th of March to be exact. His favorite color is violet. He is a little bit shorter than Aaron and Stefan, but not excessively. He grew up and was born in the Kingdom of Dayton, so he's now on his 3rd king of Dayton. He was there when Emmerich was born. He was there when Emmerich's grandfather. He was born when Emmerich's grandfather, or Aaron's grandfather, was in charge, and then Emmerich was born, and he's been there through Emmerich's entire reign. And so he grew up with Emmerich, which means he has a relationship with the king that not everybody in the kingdom does, because they actually grew up together. It's something not a lot of people know and not a lot of people talk about, but Megesti is very good friends with Aaron, but he was first good friends with his father. So he knows a little bit more about those two and the depth of their relationship than the average person does. His favorite color is violet, because that's the color of his robes, and his favorite food is wild boar. So his favorite childhood activities was helping Daniel and Aaron, even though he wasn't technically a child anymore. He did help King Emmerich in the same way, so it was fun for him to get to relive his favorite part about helping a young king be formed, prince at the time, but getting to repeat the process with Daniel and Aaron was lovely for him, because he got to do the same things with them that he did with King Emmerich when they were little. So his favorite childhood activity was being able to go hunting. When he first became of age, he was hunting with Emmerich's grandfather, Emmerich's father, Aaron's grandfather, King Jonathan. And so it was a lot of fun for him to do that, and then when Emmerich became of age, he would do that. If you asked him today what his best friend is, or who his best friend is, he would absolutely say Aaron, because he's been there every step of Aaron's life. He's always been around in the castle. They're very close. They don't always show it, but they both are very close and consider each other very good friends. And one of Megesti's greatest talents is he can keep a secret. He has kept so many secrets. For those of you who read the book, you'll learn that he was there. You figure it out in like the first few chapters of my book, but he was there the day Alex's mother was killed, and he didn't tell a soul. People were suspicious he knew, but he gave his word. He wouldn't say anything, and he never said a word. So the guy can keep a secret like nobody's business. His skill in battle, that would definitely be to use his magic. He would prefer not to have to use a sword. He's done some training with Aaron, mainly as like Aaron's sparring partner, and that where he had to hold the shield while Aaron pounded the crap out of it with his sword. So he's not the best at defense, or at fighting back, but he can hold his own a little bit with some defense. And so his worst fear is losing his magic and becoming useless to people, because he feels that his entire reason for being there is to be helpful, and he's always struggled with his magic in that he doesn't have a lot of power, and so he's worked really hard to make use of what he has in order to be a benefit to the kingdom, because in Dayton everybody is useful or beneficial in some kind of a way. So he's tried to learn and do what he can, but it's hard because his father has significantly more power than him, and so trying to live up to what his father can accomplish, or even worse, what his aunt can accomplish, has always been really challenging for him. He got Merlin as opposed to Cassandra, so his Merlin powers are scattered, which means he doesn't have a concentrated power in an area like Celtics where he can grow plants or be useful in some specific way like that. His Merlin powers give him a smattering of all the powers, so he can play with fire a little bit, he can play with water a little bit, he can't really talk to animals, he can't really do much with the earth, so he's got these handful of little powers that don't seem to really do very much use, whereas his father has a lot more controlled in specific areas than he does. So he tries, which is really important, because he's always worried that he's going to get in trouble and he's not going to be useful, although all the human kings and princes certainly think he is fantastic, just how he is, but he won't accept that because he always thinks he should be trying harder. It's hard when you come from a family of very powerful people and you're the least powerful of all of them. And then when he meets his cousin and finds out that she is like full of magic, it's not the most helpful in trying to figure out what he's supposed to do. And when asked what he was looking for in a partner, he said he wants someone who isn't intimidated by his age, because you're walking around looking like you're 23 but you're actually 67, and to not be intimidated by his magic or the magic that runs in his family, because he can't help what he is. And he also would like a guy with a big heart, because that's important to him. He's always grown up with people who are kind and helpful and loving, and that's what he would look for in a partner. So, and it would help if he was handsome and brave as well. But that is our fantastic Megesti, a Sorcerer Apprentice to Dayton. He will be around for many, many books. Don't worry, he is an absolute sweetheart, and we love him. So, I hope that you learned something new about Megesti, and if you have more questions about him, drop them in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. Bye!